What's going on, everybody? What is going on? It is Friday, January 17th, 2025, and we are back with another live here on the Torian Rain Reloaded channel. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to go ahead and hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. And if you are new to the channel, I'm glad that you are here. Hit the bell twice to be notified whenever I upload a new video or go live, or just simply join the Discord. So, as you can see by the title, we are going to be talking about Manny Hostin today, the husband of Sonny Hostin, and how he has been mentioned in a federal fraudulent lawsuit. But before we go ahead and get into all of that, let's go ahead and acknowledge the people who are here so far in the chat. We got SD Johnson, Firebat, Hacksign KT, Miss Nisi, Stolen Ancestors, Dark Titan, Bills Fan 1970, Rokumuro, RDRD, PD That Remains, FBA, Big Red Dog, Wallow J, Reparations Nations, Yo-Yo 103, Cosma Fury, Sybil, Zavon, Isaac, Nini, my digital auntie in the building, Muchilla, Black Spider, In the Mix Radio, RBJ, Don P, and that is it so far. So, you know, when I first heard about this about a week ago, I said I'm definitely going to be talking about this in the form of a live. And the reason why is because I still remember the comment that Sonny Hostin made about black men during the election run, like a week before the election. She says something to the effect of calling black men ridiculous for their voting practices or how they choose to vote. And she only gave that title to black men. And fast forward to about a week or so ago, and her husband gets mentioned in a major insurance fraud lawsuit. Now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do, because it's not going to take me long to get through this, because it's only two articles that I'm going through, because that's the only kind of update that has come through with this story, because it's not getting a lot of traction. But first, we're going to go over the lawsuit itself, or the what led to this, and then we're going to go over what Sonny Hostin responded with, or how she chose to respond to it, as far as the allegations against her husband. So this is coming from closerweekly.com. It says Sonny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Manny Hostin, accused of insurance fraud in a massive lawsuit, dated January 8th, 2025. The View's Sonny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Manny Hostin, has been accused of insurance fraud. The surgeon was one of 200 defendants listed in the case, according to court documents viewed by Closer. Manny, age 54, and several others have been accused of billing reimbursements that were the result of illegal kickbacks and or unlawful referral relationships to fraudulently bill for medically unnecessary services. The lawsuit, which was filed on December 17, 2024, also claimed that Manny knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries to covered persons through Hostin's orthopedics that he purportedly performed. It also alleged that he fraudulently billed American Transit, a company that primarily insures Uber, Lyft, and taxis, in exchange for kickbacks and or other compensation, which were disguised as dividends or other cash distributions. The documents also claim that Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries, to covered persons through Hostin's orthopedics that he purportedly performed at one or more of the Surgicorp ASCs, or ambulatory service centers, including Empire State ASC, Fifth Avenue ASC, All City ASC, New Horizon ASC, Jersey City ASC, Saddlebrook ASC, and Rockaway ASC, and billed to American Transit through each of these entities in exchange for kickbacks and or other compensations, which were disguised as dividends or other cash distributions for his investment, quote, in Empire State ASC. Daniel Thwaites, Manny's lawyer, called the lawsuit a blanket scattershot meritless lawsuit by a near bankrupt insurance carrier, and that Manny denies each and every allegation in a statement given to the Daily Mail. It is meant to intimidate and harass doctors from collecting for care given to American Transit insurers and their passengers, Thwaites told the outlet. American Transit has rushed into the lawsuit without ever conducting an examination of Dr. Hostin or expressing any concerns to his lawyers. The real story here is about an insurance carrier abusing the legal system to limit and restrict health care benefits to its insured and their passengers and write off its proper obligations. Sonny, age 53, okay, I don't need to hear about how they met. I don't care about how they met. So that is the allegations right there. Now, y'all let me know in the chat. Do y'all believe that there is some truth to what's being alleged, or do you think there's some loopholes? Let me know in the chat. And shout out to everyone who has come into the live in the last maybe 5 to 10 minutes since I've been reading. Again, let me know in the chat. Do you believe that there's some truth to what's being alleged, or do you think that someone's coming after him because they probably felt slighted about something? Brother Man said both. You think there's a combination of the two, that something could be alleged and something is not true? Could be both. Wallow J said probably a loophole. Gloria said it's all the way true. Andre Jones said, I think there's some truth to it. SD Johnson said, believe it's probably extortion. Yo-Yo 103 says probably both. Isaac said that they believe that it is true. That's why I put in the thumbnail, I said allegedly. Because right now, all this is allegations. RD said both. Kim said both. So, okay, so I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat believing that it's a combination of there's some truth there and that there is some there's some embellishing there at the same time. But one thing I'm noticing is that none of you are saying that there's complete innocence. So now that we've gone through that article, we're going to go through this one. Like I said, this is not going to be a long live because it's only these two articles. So we're going to be in and out of here probably before 7 o'clock. And it's a good thing because I actually have a live that I got to be on at 8 o'clock. So we're going to go over this one right here where Manny Hostin gives her response to these allegations against her husband. And this is coming from Newsweek. The View co-host sets the record straight on lawsuit against her husband. Manny Hostin is standing by her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, throughout his legal woes. In December 2024, a commercial auto insurance company called American Transit accused the orthopedic surgeon and 199 other people of committing federal insurance fraud in New York. On Monday, January 13th, Sonny, age 56, gave a statement to Page Six, claiming the insurance provider filed a frivolous lawsuit against my husband as a desperate attempt to avoid paying for medical and surgical procedures for people it insures who were in pain. In her statement, the View co-host alleged that the American Transit has capitalized off the fact that she is a public figure to start a disgusting media smear campaign against my husband, which included me and our children. Sonny and her husband share 2 kids, a son, Gabriel, who is 22, and a daughter, Paloma, who was 18. The TV personality declared the family would not back down, claiming the company was harassing the entire Hostin clan. American Transit is harassing me and my family in a frantic attempt to not pay its bills. Our family will not be intimidated and harassed. We remain unbowed, the ABC star told the outlet. Sonny, who was a lawyer herself, made it present that she would make the insurance company pay for their actions, as she wrote in her statement. Let me be clear, where I come from, American Transit will receive a PhD from FAFO University, meaning F around and find out. Okay, Sonny. Okay, Sonny. Sonny trying to put her big girl shoes on right quick. She said that company is going FAFO. Okay. Additionally, The pair's attorney, Mark Garagos, sent a letter to American Transit on Sunday, January 12th, warning them that they would be served with a $5 million countersuit if they did not withdraw the case and apologize. And so far from what I've looked at, I haven't seen anything saying that this American Transit company has withdrawn the lawsuit. Like, this article that I'm reading is actually one of the more recent ones. So as of right now, the lawsuit still stands on their side. So I haven't seen anything about them withdrawing anything. The former Truth About Murder with Sonny Hostin host stated that the money they are requesting is an amount that is likely to increase, as the reputational damage that American Transit has intentionally caused is difficult to quantify at this time. Responding to Garagos' letter, a lawyer representing American Transit made a statement to Page Six on Sunday. American Transit commenced its lawsuit as a part of its statutory responsibility to fight no-fault fraud, which is rampant in New York. The allegations of the complaint speak for themselves. With respect to any allegations by any defendant as to improper conduct by American Transit or its counsel, such assertions are emphatically denied as without basis. So that's the end of that article. Now, it was another article that was with it, but the only reason I'm not pulling it up is because really the other article was talking about how people who like Sonny Hostin, like people over at The View, like the people, the fans and stuff, were coming out just in support of her and her husband in this quote unquote trying time. So it really is no point in going through that. But as far as anything else attached to this is the most recent update saying that they would countersue if American Transit did not drop the lawsuit. But so far they have not dropped it. They're still holding on to it. So I'm sure there will be more updates that will come through at the end. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Entree says she's running mouth a bit too much. Matthew says Sonny wishing she could prosecute her husband so she could drop the charges. Yo-Yo says, but didn't Sonny out her husband on The View? You know what? I actually did hear that. And I wish I could find the article that backs that up, because I did hear that. She said, I heard that she said it's something she said on The View that made them pursue these charges or mention him in this lawsuit. It's something that she said. See, that's what happens when you run your mouth too much. I'm trying to see if I can go through and if I can find an article that backs that up. Because I did hear that. For some reason or another, I cannot find it. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But like I said, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because, again, I remember what Sonny said the week before the election when she called black men ridiculous for their voting practices. And I did a video about that. Remember, I did like a whole week going in on those shills, and she was one of them. And when she said black men were ridiculous, I said, granted, you may not like how some black men vote, but to call them ridiculous, and then you didn't give a label like that to every other group. You just stuck with black men. That was an issue for me. And then on the back end, you have your husband who might be caught up in a huge insurance fraud suit. Did she call her husband ridiculous? Young Nan says that yes, she said her husband works on uninsured clients and then sue insurance companies. Let me see if I can type those keywords and see if I can find something about that. Nene says, I saw the clip. She said her husband operates on people with no insurance and then had to sue insurance companies to get paid. Wow. Wow. Well, I'm getting a lot of confirmations in the chat. So, yeah, it seems to me Sonny Hostin's big mouth is what got her husband caught up in this lawsuit. Which means that if, with her saying that, to me, that says Sonny Hostin knew what her husband was doing. And if they can use that against them, they're going to lose. Wow. Let me see if I can go on Twitter and see, because Twitter always got these clips. Let me see if I can go on Twitter and see if I can find it. With Sonny Hostin. Because I don't watch The View, y'all, but shout out to those in the chat that do watch it, that are informing me of this. Because based on what y'all are saying and what she said, that would be seen as insurance fraud. Okay, let's see. I'm looking through I'm sorry, Twitter right now to see if I can find something, but I can't find anything. And I'm not trying to play anything off of the main page because, ABC, I ain't messing with it. But anyway, y'all, I can't find it. But I'll take y'all word for it because many of y'all said that y'all saw the clip where she said it. But anyway, let me go ahead now and drop the link in the chat. And y'all can come on up and we can go ahead and discuss. Oh, and Cosmo, if you're in the chat, I definitely want to hear from you because you're in the medical field. So I think your area expertise will probably lend very well to this topic. But the link is right there in the chat. If anybody would like to come up, feel free to go ahead. Like I told you, this wasn't going to be a long live because it was only two articles to go through. But yeah, I don't feel bad for Sonny. And the thing is, that's what Sonny said last year about ridiculous black men. That's not the first sideways thing she's ever said about black people. And then they got exposed about her true lineage and her true heritage. And then it's like, now it makes sense now. Oh, snap. Wallow J said he's not coming up today. A piece of hell just froze over right quick, y'all. Understand this. Yo 103 says, I don't feel sorry for her. She said she disrespected my FBA men. She was very disrespectful when she said that. And I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat saying they don't watch The View, and I don't fault you for it. I know what it is. Y'all waiting for the live, the midday live that I'm doing tomorrow. That's what y'all waiting on. That's the one y'all really want to see. Don't worry, we're gonna have some good fun with that one tomorrow. Ironically, DSM Sinister just said tiny violins are playing, and I brought up what I'm gonna be talking about tomorrow because that's going to be a triple P. Oh yeah, PD that remains. You didn't know that when Sonny Hostin last year, when they was campaigning and pushing hard for Kamala Harris to win, she made a statement. I did a whole video talking about it, where she was saying how black men were ridiculous with their how they voted. She said, "Oh, and these ridiculous black men." Y'all remember it? That's exactly how she said it. But when it came to men of other groups, she didn't give them a derogatory or a negative label before acknowledging what group they came from. She just labeled them as white men, Hispanic men, or any other group of men that she happened to mention. But when it came to black men, she made sure to call black men ridiculous. See, I knew it. Wallow J said correct. That's what y'all wait. That's the one y'all waiting on. Ms. Nisi even said it too. She got the violence and the triple P. That's the one y'all are waiting on. By the way, speaking of, the last time I did a video about Fat Joe, which was a live, that was actually my most watched live for the month of December. I know because they sent me the little YouTube sent me the little stat thing. But it was I remember it because there was a lot of people in that live that day. It was like over 1,000 people that day. Yashai said ridiculous and crazy. Yep. And now look at what her husband going through right now. Ridiculous and crazy. Man, that pissed me off. Now, like I said, I'm an independent. For me, both sides are ugh. But to call a group of men ridiculous and crazy, now I could care less about the others. I mean, if you say what it said about them, it is what it is. But for us, I'm gonna say something. And I remember her saying that, and I was like, oh, really, Sonny? But I think, like I said, the thing that got me the most was her saying that about black men, and she didn't give that grief to any other group of men. As if black men were the reason why Trump won. But see how your mouth gets you in trouble. So, hey, it is what it is. Oh, PD remains said, oh, my reply was the Wallow J not coming up on stage. Oh, okay. I thought it was to what I was talking about. Well, it looks like nobody's going to be coming up today. That's a rarity, I think, because you know what? I think no one's coming up today because Wallow J didn't come up here because Wallow J usually set the tone, but that's fine. Because tomorrow we're going to have a really, really good time. As a matter of fact, I have a live stream lined up every single day from now until Wednesday. Then I'm going to take a break on Thursday and come back at it again next Friday. Like, I literally have lives lined up every day from now until Wednesday. Because as you know, Sunday is going to be True Crime Sunday. True Crime Sunday is going to be on Sunday, and it's going to be a lengthy True Crime Sunday because the one that I found, the documentary that I found, is about an hour and a half long. So y'all better strap in for that one. But anyway, y'all, we're about to bring this live to a close. I told y'all this was going to be a rather short live, and y'all made it even shorter because y'all didn't want to come up today, but that's fine. We will be back here tomorrow for the midday live, and the midday live is going to be about Fat Joe resigning, quote unquote, from hosting the BET Hip Hop Awards. And I put that resign in huge air quotes because I honestly don't think he just resigned, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. With that being said, y'all, Ms. Nisa, to answer your question, you're going to have to wait until Sunday. But I think it's gonna be a hard-hitting one. It is. I'm gonna be honest with you. But with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Stay warm, be safe, and be one.